What's your earliest childhood memory?
Oh my gosh.
How did your parents pick your name?
I think my mother found it in a magazine. Someone told me one time. And then my middle name, Carleen, was because my father was named Carly.
Did you have a nickname?
People used to call him Zelly.
The Z, big Z or something?
Zelly. That's what people in Cayman used to call me sometimes.
When and where were you born?
Georgetown. And that, my mother's father's new house.
Do you know what time?
They built that when I was they were going to have me. You know, I would have to look at my babe album and find that out, and I don't know where that is today.
Yeah.
What kind of games did you play growing up?
Played marbles, rounder. When the red shank crabs were in season, they would come out to sea and come down the road, and we'd get on our bikes and run over them.
Jesus, Grandma.
What was your favorite food? When you were
Chicken
little?
and beef, I guess.
What was school like for you when you were little?
I liked school.
What was your best and worst subjects?
My best, I guess, was math, and the worst was spelling.
Spelling's not a subject.
Eh?
Spelling's not a subject.
What is it then?
It's a, I don't even know what you would call it. It's a
Nah.
thing, but it's not a subject. Did you go on any family trips?
Just on the island, we used to go to Rum Point, and the Marins had a boat.
Was there any special place you liked to go when you were little?
Smith's Cove, I guess.
Were there any events that really impacted you when you were younger?
I remember the day the war ended, and then before that was when the German submarine torpedoed American ship out from here and told them that we're sorry, they didn't mean to torpedo them, but then they had to send the boats from here and bring all the men ashore and put them up in Bayview Hotel till they could get them back to the States. I think when some of them were really bad off, they said their skin was all hanging. I think one of them died. I don't remember what year that was, sometime in the early 40s.
How did you guys celebrate birthdays and holidays when you were younger?
They had little parties at home. I guess sometime we'd go to the beach.
Do you remember any like really old people from when you were little?
There was one lady named Rachel, one black lady from Boydentown. That was Nana's friend. She was old.
What did you remember about her?
Just that she was nice.
How did you meet Keith?
We used to be in the Church of God, and he used to come down, be out the window, and then he'd want to ride home with me and thing.
Do you remember your first date?
Well, my first date wasn't until he came to Texas then when I was 19. He had gone to work in Canada. No, he had gone to work on the ships, and he didn't like that, so he got off in New York.
Were you guys dating before that then, or?
No. And his sisters lived in Groves, Texas, and I was in Port Arthur, Texas, which is right close together, visiting my aunt and uncle. And he found out I was there, so he decided to come down and see if he could get with me there. And I think the first date we went to a movie, 7-Year Itch. Remember that one that Marilyn Monroe was in? Yeah. And we just went over to his sister's house one night. She invited him over to dinner. And I think my Aunt Eulalie that I was visiting invited Keith over once too. But he wasn't there that long, and he had to go out to Canada to find work.
What did you like most about him?
He was handsome,
That's it?
and he said he loved me plenty.
Those are really bad reasons.
What?
Those are really bad reasons to marry someone.
No, but I said he loved me plenty and treated me good.
How did he propose to you?
He must have asked me then. When I came back to Cayman, he went to Canada, and he had to send his ring to his mother, and she came and gave it to me. And he came home that Christmas 56 on his holiday, and then we got married. December 57.
Where did you get married?
In the Amsel Memorial Church. And the reception was at Pageant Beach Hotel.
Do you have any memories that stand out the most to you from your wedding day?
Joe, my first cousin's husband, Joe Dina, he had a open air car, and he took me and Keith down to the reception, and he wanted to drive around and make us be late for the reception. We wouldn't let him because he said that was what the Italians did sometimes. They'd take off and make the groom think that I'd stole the bride and all kind of foolishness. And then we stayed there several nights for our honeymoon, and then we came back up to Nana's because we had a pack to go to Canada.
What do you think the key to a successful marriage is?
Well, you get mad at each other. You gotta try to make up and not just hold it against each other. You gotta be forgiving.
How did you name your children?
Well, Carlene was named after Nana and after me. Carlene Matilda, because Nana's name was Matilda. And then Jane Worley was named after her father's mother, and after my mother Worley. And then we put the Lee on it after me. And then Peter was named Peter Keith because a man called Peter the Book. That was the first gift Keith gave me. And Keith said that one night at work it was just like Jesus or someone came and told him he was going to finally have a son this time. Must name him Peter. Melanie, we just like that name. And then Darien, her name was Darien Melanie. My sister was Darien. And then next one was Angie. I guess with Angie, I don't remember about the Angie part, but I liked Giselle because we had a French people living across the road from us. And the girl name there was Giselle, and then I put, made the Z, made it with a Z-E-L, so it was like part of my name too. And then Lana, your mother, your grandfather named her. You like Lana Laurie.
If you could have had any job, what would it have been?
I'd have been in something, in scientist. I like science. But my parents said they couldn't afford to send me to university, so I couldn't get a go.
What was your favorite place to visit or travel to as an adult?
Well, the only place I got to go was Port Arthur, Texas, and Tampa, and Miami, Florida.
Are there any accomplishments that you're proud of?
Well, I guess I had half decent children, and they all got good education. Did my best to raise them good.
What is the thing that you want people to remember about you the most?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know that.
Which one of your grandchildren do you think is the most like you?
Maybe Peter.
What's your favorite movie?
Well, all those classics like Gone with the Wind and The Sound of Music.
What 3 words best describe you?
Friendly and nice
What's a third one?
and honest.
Okay, I think it's a good one. What is your biggest regret in life?
I wish I'd got to go to university.
If you could relive one moment in your life, what would it be?
I guess when I got married.
Matthew told me that when you were younger, you used to have to carry around like a lamp when you went to school to wave off mosquitoes.
Well, I had a gig, like, say for instance, a tin that peaches would come in. I guess that was about a 28-ounce tin. And then you'd get a piece of wire, put 2 holes on each side up top of it, and make a handle. And then we'd get a lot of dried trash and thing, and put in it and light it, shake it around like that, get it going good and smoking, to try to run the mosquitoes from biting us to death. If you carry mangoes, that would attract them even more. They'd bite you.
Do you have any funny stories about your family?
Well, they said the day Hurley was born, I was mad. I told them to send him back. My mother had some kind of itch after she had him because she was 42 when she had him. She was itching all the time. She started to bathe 4 or 5 times a day.
Did you have any jobs or anything as a teenager?
Yeah, we used to go out and help in the store in the night and summers and thing. Uncle Laura would, Christmas time, Uncle Laura would come pick us up. That was when I had real busy of getting ready for Christmas and putting out the things, and they knew I could do things good, so I would be the one to get to help decorate the showcase where to put things out in the front part of the store for people to see.
What's your favorite book?
I like that one that your grandfather gave me, A Man Called Peter.
What's the most difficult thing that's ever happened to you?
So you know what that is, losing my husband and my daughter.
How did you deal with it?
That wasn't easy. Had to deal with it the best you could. When Melanie, before she died, she used to help me a lot. Take me out and do things with me. And then after she died, and Jane then would go out with me a lot too.
If you could go back and do anything different, would you?
No, I think anything I could do different.
What about diet and exercise?
Oh yeah. But try not to get so heavy, but I was 116, I think, when I got married, and I kept a few pounds in after each child, and I never had no time. I was too busy taking care of them. I had no time for myself to exercise.
What's your life philosophy?
My life philosophy.
Yeah, like if you could give me one piece of advice for the rest of my life, what would it be?
To say to try to make the best of what you have and don't get too upset when things don't go right, because that's how it is in life with everybody, how the good and the bad to deal with.